This announcement about the use of XRP, the US Federal Reserve recently grabbed news. The possible incorporation of Ripple for payment processing has been emphasized by St. Louis Federal Reserve Branch Senior Vice President David Andalfo. It has been highlighted that Ripple depends on XRP as a facilitator for these transactions. According to David Antifoli, the Fed may delegate settlement obligations to a third party like Ripple. If this development comes to pass, XRP's value is expected to rise significantly, possibly hitting $10,000.00. It's also critical to remember that the Federal Reserve's action is not unexpected. The Federal Reserve acknowledged the potential role of XRP and XLM in strengthening the blockchain component of their FedNow payment service in an official announcement a few weeks ago, or possibly a month ago. The focus is on Ripple, which is well known for its creative cross-border payment solutions and open source financial transaction technology. The FedNow payment services incorporation of Ripple's technology is expected to have a significant role in propelling XRP's value to previously unheard of levels. Let's get right to today's subject. Our attention is on Ripple's partnership with the Federal Reserve, which was formally revealed on the Federal Reserve website. Ripple is recognized as a major actor in collaboration with the Federal Reserve for payment solutions. In the first section of the study, the US Path to Faster Payments, titled the Faster Payment Task Force Approach. The capacity of Ripple to enable real-time international payments, which typically take 2 to 4 days with little tracking and pricing transparency, is particularly highlighted in the paper. Ripple transforms this by providing quick settlement and full visibility into fees and payment status. Next, we learn that Ripple and the Fed have expanded their partnership to cover domestic payments. Viewers can pause and read the copious documentation that supports this. The collaboration of central banks such as the Federal Reserve, the Bank of England, and the Saudi Arabian Monetary Authority and Ripple for a domestic payment system is mentioned in a significant passage of the study. The report's reference to Ripple Labs' innovation at the core level of payment processing, which focuses on providing a free real-time settlement infrastructure internationally, is another intriguing feature. It shows that the Federal Reserve intends to embrace and use Ripple's decentralized peer-to-peer settlement structure, which is expected to replace current fund transfer technologies. There were early signs of this evolution. Looking back, the Ripple logo was extensively featured during a Federal Reserve piece on Fox News regarding investigating a digital US currency almost a year ago. In addition, organizations including as the Federal Reserve Board, the Bank of International Settlements, BIS, the International Monetary Fund, and the IMF have indicated their interest in Ripple's technology by adding it to their list of shadows partners. A substantial amount of the world's wealth is managed by the Bank of International Settlements, or BIS, as can be seen when delving deeper into the fascinating realm of global banking. It is noteworthy that Ripple has entered this field. Jess Chan, a senior lawyer at the Frederickshire Board of Governors, is quoted in a statement from the Department of the Interior. According to reports, Jess, a former Deputy General Counsel of Ripple, is leading this effort. There is a lot to digest here, and it's all really related for those who are interested in the specifics. However, that is only the beginning. Many of you may be surprised by what I'm going to disclose. The Federal Reserve recently warned that rising interest rates and pressure on real estate could cause bank losses. It's interesting to note that they have been talking about this with a number of partners since early March. Furthermore, it appears that XRP will be adopted by the EU's BRICS. By using the XRP ledger to manage wealth transfers, the European Union has even hinted that XRP will serve as the basis for the future digital euro. This assertion is supported by numerous reports that indicate an impending spike in the value of XRP. As it gets popularity globally, a prominent expert forecasts a short-term spike to $500.50, with the potential to reach $10,000.00. Ripple co-founder Arthur Brito is credited with this realization. As we watch the video, it becomes evident that the story of XRP is changing quickly and transcending the SEC versus Ripple controversy. We are currently witnessing the BRICS countries firmly choose to work with Ripple to create their central bank digital currency on the XRP ledger. According to breaking news, this BRICS-backed central bank digital money is expected to be a major international financial tool. Additionally, each of the BRICS countries has evidence of Ripple's vast network, which we will examine in Let's Begin Our Adventure in Brazil, where a revolutionary event has taken place. Brazil has introduced a groundbreaking cryptocurrency on demand liquidity service in collaboration with Ripple. The financial technology landscape in the nation has advanced significantly as a result of this project. After that, we focus on Russia. Numerous documents demonstrate President Putin's deliberate decision to diversify away from the USD and the petrodollar. SWIFT's decision to remove Russia from its payment system has resulted in a noticeable shift in favor of Ripple Labs, creating a Russian central bank digital currency CBCC on the XRP ledger is the aim. This action not only circumvents the immediate prohibition, but also makes use of the XRP ledger's decentralized structure to guarantee Russia's continuous involvement in international banking. Turning our attention to India, we discover that Ripple is leading yet another important project, enabling the country ambitious digital rupee initiative. This effort, which is supported by technology from Ripple Labs, marks a significant advancement in India's quest for a full global CBDC. However, the tale doesn't stop there. China has also joined the battle, working with Ripple to gain traction in the field of digital currencies issued by central banks. This collaboration represents Ripple's growing clout in the world of finance. The story is similar in Africa. The increasing significance of CBDCs on the XRP ledger throughout the continent is highlighted in the 2022 African blockchain reports. According to the research, more than a dozen African nations, including South Africa, have included XRP and Ripple into their payment processing systems. The ledger's growing significance in Africa's financial ecosystem is demonstrated by its broad adoption. Lastly, XRP was listed as a top digital asset for payment services in a recent BRICS report. BRICS report solidifies XRP's standing as a major force in the digital currency space. Predictions for XRP's price have increased in response to recent events. When prominent financial experts officially predict that the price of XRP would reach $500.50, it naturally leads to a thorough investigation, especially since some of these projections have caught our interest. Our research pointed us in the direction of ChatGPT, a well-known AI bot for cryptocurrencies. XRP, Ripple, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cardano were singled out by this AI as having the potential to grow by an astounding 100,000% by 2024. Considering the viewpoint of Arthur Brito, co-founder of Ripple, such a pricing threshold for XRP shouldn't be shocking. He thinks XRP was created especially to hit $10,000, 0 cents, which is the amount he sees it achieving. Brito also highlights how scalable XRP is, able to meet the financial demands of the predicted 7.5 billion people on the planet. What, therefore, does 500 mean in this context? 1,500 is merely a first step toward XRP's actual potential worth in the long run. However, global scalability and significant financial throughput via the XRP ledger are necessary to reach the colossal price of $10,000, 0 cents, which is the desired aim for XRP. In keeping with this trend, 21 nations have formally decided to abandon the US dollar, and virtual institutions are working more and more with AI to create CBDCs on the XRP ledger. This change points to an increasing trend of central banks collaborating with Ripple and, more significantly, incorporating the XRP ledger into their business processes. The latest move by Dubai's central bank, which only 3 days ago completely approved XRP for use, is evidence of this trend. Dubai's action is just one more example of how XRP is becoming more widely used and accepted worldwide. Please keep in mind that I do not hold a financial advisor license. These videos' content is solely intended for viewing enjoyment. Before making any financial decisions, I always advise viewers to do their own research and speak with experts. Many thanks for listening. Please remember to hit the subscribe button and give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. To be the first to know when I post new stuff, make sure you have enabled the alerts as well. I can't wait to see you again in the next video. Be careful.